Alright guys, welcome back. Galan is not banned, so he is back on the menu. We got the second account with Doc Ock, Galan, and Magneto. Path 3, we're going to start off on node 6 with Venom. We got spaced armor on this one, and we're just going to go ahead with Galan, do regular Galan things, medium, light, medium. Build up the buffs. I do have to spend a little bit of time evading his special ones. Because he is a global attacker, he does put neutralizes on, which are going to reduce some of the buffs that he has, which is going to reduce how fast I can get my buffs. But that's fine. We just have to do 2 harvests instead of 1, and Galan will absolutely nuke Venom here. Just a little bit of dancing, waiting for him to throw that special 1. Now we have more than enough buffs for a second harvest. Parry, heavy, drop the special 1, and goodbye Venom. Next up is Odin on node 15, and this is going to be a super fast one. Odin's going to have that armor up at the beginning. Again, this is spaced armor, so I'm immune to the special lock, so I don't have to worry about that at all. I can just go ahead, medium, light, medium, build up my charges super fast. I am putting the neutralize on, so I don't have to worry about the flourish charges. 1 heavy, 1 special 1, instant kill with Galan. Next up is node 20. We got Guardian. He's hashtag metal. So I'm going to go with Magneto, and I'm putting it. There's strike counter fury, and there is masochism. So you're going to see here my first parry. I don't think sticks. It does not, but the second one does. And I don't really have to worry about the healing. He's not going to get any masochism healing on me on this particular fight. So we're going to go ahead, try and build up prowess as best we can. You can see sometimes there that parry did not stick, but this one did. So just be prepared that your parries might not stick with Magneto, but he is going to shut down everything, even if he does build up some of those strike counter fury charges. Like Magneto's block proficiency against metal champions is very high, so he has a good chance to not take too much damage. So you can see there, we're just going to try and build up to a special 3 with as many prowess as we can. That was a nice clean dex on the special 1. I believe I do get clapped by 1 later on in the fight. So there we go. We're going to charge up. I think we get to about 25 or so prowess there. We're going to drop a big old special 3. We're at a full yellow bar. He's got a bunch of bleeds on him. He's taken away. I get clipped by that special 1, but that's okay. We're fine. You know, it might just cost me a potion later, but that's all good. So down goes Guardian. Next up is Rintra, also on masochism. This is on node 13. He's got reinvigorated fury and masochism, and Apoc just completely bypasses masochism because his debuffs cannot be purified. So I think I had an extra regen boost in the overflow, so we threw that on here. But the goal here is pair lots of heavies. We want to build up to our to a big special 2, follow that up with a special 1. Keep countering his special 1 with heavies. We want to keep those charges in the top right underneath Rintra. We want to keep them as low as possible. If they get to 10 and you hit him in the corner, he is going to put on a like an unstoppable. We do not want to deal with that whatsoever. We're also trying not to dex too much. We don't want to take any buffs. If his neutralize fails, like if a buff fails due to his neutralize, he gets some power gain. We don't want to deal with that. So here we're going to back off. We got the degen and the concussion on from the special 2. Now we're going to go build up to a special 1. And we're going to drop that. So we got the quadruple debuff on plus the bleeds. So the special 1 is hitting very hard at this point. Let's go for another counter. Again, we heavy counter those special 1s. That is the goal there. You can see the buff failed and the power gain for Rintra because I dexed that part of that attack there. But we go back into the same smooth rotation that we've had the whole time. Sorry about the audio. There's no actual gameplay sound for the first few fights because I forgot the mic was on, so it's just me tapping away. So I just make the volume down to 0, but now I think the volume should be back. We got Galan against Node 24 Omega Sentinel. We used to do this last season all the time. Now Galan's been banned, so we had to use Nebula last time. Here we're just going to go with the usual Galan fight against Omega Sentinel. So parry medium, light, mediums. Same thing, medium, light, mediums. We're building up our charges. Block that special one. Build up our charges. We're going to go heavy attack into the unblockable special one. Almost takes down Omega Sentinel. And a few more hits to finish it off here. One more special one, in fact. Alright, done. Next up is a super fun fight for me. This is Node 30 Null, and we're going to use Oc. This has never backed down and like reinvigorated unblockable. He cannot get too many regens, but the regens only count if he doesn't have a heal block on him. So I can't never back down as if I dash back twice, he's going to get a regen. I'm trying to stand my ground and go with parry heavies. We do an advanced power boost. We get the triple debuff on right away. And then we go ahead and he's already halfway down within the first 25 seconds of the fight. Now, it doesn't work perfectly. I have to be a little careful. He is a global attacker, so those extra neutralize are going to be nice if he does put the corruption on me. That should help, I think, get rid of his buffs. Granted, they might be passive if he gets corruption on me, but he's not going to throw a special one. I keep dancing and kind of tapping block, trying baiting him into dashing in, and we're going to continue with just parry heavies as best we can. Try and bait special 2s there. I'm just going to take most of it on the block, dash back at the end because we don't want to trigger any extra healing for him. But there we go. Just parry heavies the entire time for the most part. And Oc is going to do a really, really nice job against Null here. So love that fight. Next up is an Annihilus on node 40. Also with reinvigorated, unblockable, and buffet over time. But he is a hashtag metal champion. So we are going to go into Magneto, back off, make the magnetism apply. And you can see when he throws that heavy attack, no unstoppable. And that's the key bit. There's none of his weird nonsense that's really annoying. I still don't get the parries every single time. But I'm just trying to get into a rotation of baiting his special one. Some days, like today, I was pretty good at evading and countering his special one. There were a few times where I had to either block a portion of it with or end up taking a special 2 on the block, which is no fun. But it was hard to get a good rotation of parry heavies. It just wasn't working nicely there. So I couldn't get big prowess damage. But that's fine, doesn't matter. We can, even if I just throw a special 3, it's still going to get me some decent damage here. And we're just kind of brute forcing it with just basic hits here. Get a nice little intercept. We get stuck. We do get clapped there a little bit, but I'm not too worried at this point. Just need him to throw that special. It would have been nice if he actually threw the special 1. We end up forcing him, I think, to a special 2. Avoid that rogue heavy. Finally, he throws it. We don't even take that much damage. But we're just going to counter with our own special 3 just for spacing in the fight. Push him back over to the right side. It's not going to do a heck of a lot of damage, but it's going to help me. He goes to a special 1. I can go ahead and evade and counter. And now we're back doing some meaningful damage on this fight. He throws another rogue heavy there. And again, just hitting into the block just to try and force him into another special 1. There we go. We're going to throw our special 1 at him. That one actually does trigger some regen, but he can't really heal too much because of the magnetism, so it just gets reversed. And goodbye, Annihilus. Next up, we have an infamous Iron Man. This one also has never backed down and strike counter block penetration. and sloped armor. Okay, sloped armor, it just give a chance to glance when he has an armor up, but we're a hashtag metal, he's a hashtag metal champion, so I'm going to back off, make sure the magnetism is on, and then I pretty much just ignore the strike counter. I did put on a regen boost because I just wanted to top up the healing. I do get take a nice little combo there, that's fine. I know that I can bait his heavy with mine, and I just need to build up to a special 3. That's my goal here. If he throws special 1s or 2s, if you've seen me fight him in the last few wars, I'm fairly comfortable evading his specials. Every once in a while, I will get clipped by a bit of one of them, mainly the special 1. Special 2 is very easy for me to evade at this point. But here you can see we're going to go ahead. We got 4 prowess, 8 prowess. We take advantage of our unstoppable on the heavy. We're going to try and get up to 12, 20 prowess, and drop a nice special 3. Takes off a decent chunk of health. Now he's got, like, those 12 bleeds actually do quite a bit of damage. They're ticking away, and the damage that they do when they fall off is going to kill him. So that is great. Next up, we got Path 3 in Section 2. We got Node 32, Absorbing Man, back on the menu here with Apoc and Cable. So Absorbing Man is going to take these ones here. We're going to stay in his Black Uru phase, which is Bleed and Shock immune. This one here is if you hit into them while they have an armor up, you are going to bleed, but we are bleed immune, and we are just going to keep spamming special 1s, so we stay in the bleed phase there. I do get parried, but luckily Absorbing Man is a pretty tanky guy. Plus, if you get over like 150 of the charges, which is on the second from the left, then you can go medium, light, medium, and you can convert those into a regen. So you can get some nice healing back with Absorbing Man, but for the most part there, we're just going to keep spamming special 1s, trying to avoid Super Skrull from throwing special 2s, and every time his timer for the falter comes in, we have to go ahead, hit him, let the falter get onto me, let the falter timer disappear, and then hit in again. So a lot of just repeating and throwing special 1s. It keeps our the current phase that we're in refined, so we're doing extra damage even through the block. There again, 1 hit in to remove the falter, and then we go ahead and throw some more special 1s. So really easy. I'm not worried about this fight at all. Absorbing Man really just excellent for this part of the path where we got shock and bleed immunities that we need, and he has shock and bleed immune as long as he stays in that Black Uru phase, which is much easier, I find, than the special 2 phase to keep up. It's very easy to just keep spamming special 1s, especially because I do have some MD in my my main account has, I think, maybe 4 out of 5 Mystic Dispersion, so I am getting power back pretty nicely. So there goes Super Skrull. Next up is Surfer on Node 42, and same thing, Absorbing Man is actually going to shred him. It's sloped armor here as well, and again, it's going to give you shocks. If he happens to get an armor up, it will shock me, but I'm shock immune. So not worried about it at all. We're going to try and just bait special 1s. I think we're also armor break immune, so I can't get the healing from the willpower healing from the armor ups, but it doesn't matter. We do not need that at all. We are going to finish with close to a full yellow bar anyways. So really easy. I almost had a nice clean deathless war, but we have one fight that we ended up taking late in the game. I wasn't really planning for it, made some mistakes, and almost came away with a clutch solo, but I'll show you in all its glory. Next up is Mangog, Node 54 in the boss circle. You've seen me do this fight before. If you've watched anything on my channel, you know that I might be the only one who does this. which is Mangog has natural power gain, which means I can just parry heavy and keep him power locked the entire time. But sometimes my parry heavies, you have to be really quick to do the parry heavies right away. And sometimes if you flinch or if you go in for a light attack there, I intentionally do that to get the special 2 off. That's great. But then later on, I do a few too many combos and don't throw my special in time. And I don't reapply the power lock, and it becomes a little dicey on this one. But I think right there, I mistime that special 1. And now I have to get back my power lock. So it's a little dicey. Luckily, he's able to throw those special 1s. We don't want him to get to a special 2. We do not have an invulnerability boost on. There, we get the power drain back. Now, one key thing on this one that's going to be really helpful is we are a global attacker, so we are putting those neutralizes on, and at some point I believe he does throw special with 10 of his hatred charges. That's the charges in the top right, and that is going to just the unblockable right there gets nullified. So that is really, really nice. The unblockable and unstoppable get nullified, so I don't have to worry about that. Normally, there is another method where you go to special 3 when the power lock is on, keep it with an extended power lock duration, and then you just spam special 1s to keep them power locked. That is another alternative method. But in the end, we do get this one down without taking too much health damage, and we get through it. Doc Ock, super awesome for that Mangog. Next up, we got a Weapon X on... there's a beefy Weapon X on Hazard Shift, Incinerate, Poison. We needed someone to take this one down. I went in with Apocalypse. I went in with a Power Start 1, and I tried to get my Incinerate immunity. I probably could have been a bit more aggressive at the beginning to get the Incinerate immunity, but that's fine. When he has the poison, I'm just going to try and hit into his block. Because he's stun immune, I don't have to worry about breaking his block and then taking poison damage. I'm trying really hard here. The goal is to try and get special 2 followed by special 1. There, if I hadn't gotten clipped at that point, there are a few mistakes I made. That is mistake number 1, is getting clipped. Don't get hit, and most of your problems go away. But there we go. I get stuck. I miss out on my chance to hit him during that Incinerate phase. Now I am Incinerate immune. I'm just waiting out this poison phase. He throws a nice heavy attack. I counter. And I get off the special 2. So that's step 1. Well, step 1 was get Incinerate immunity. Step 2, drop the special 2. Now he's nice and aggressive. We follow that up with a special 1. We have the power back boost on. So that is great here. Now he is in the he's kind of resetting his timers. So that's fine. We go for the heavy attack even with the poison on, and that's fine. He throws another heavy attack, and now he's in the Incinerate phase. We can throw another special 1. Now we got to deal with his healing again, and the next special he throws, that was lucky. I threw a heavy attack, and I hit him just after the unstoppable disappeared. Now the problem is I did that, and I probably felt pretty confident that I could probably pull something like that off again. And we're going to slow it down right here. He throws a heavy. I think I have time here. The unstoppable timer is gone, but it still says unstoppable. He hits me, and I am almost dead. And at this point, I kind of play worse than I could have. There, I get hit one more time because I forgot he still had the unblockable active. So now I'm stuck up against the wall. I probably should have backed off and tried to wait him out until the Incinerate phase. Instead, I've got a poison on me. I'm going to throw this special 1 to try and get a little bit of adrenaline healing. We're going to get him down to 5%, and we can't get another hit in, and we take a death. Very unfortunate, but we did clutch out the win. I don't know if it was us clutching it out or the opponent happened to take a few too many deaths at the very end, but we're just going to revive Apocalypse, go in and finish it. 11-1 for the war, a fight that I wasn't really planning on doing. Hope you enjoyed, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.